Do you work long hours lurking on the dark web at your government job? Yeah. Do you sometimes get lonely while posting on 4chan how you're going to overthrow the government in Minecraft? Yeah, sometimes. How did you know that? Do you long to find someone who glows just as bright as you so you can bring internet Nazis and Palestinian extremists to justice? Oh, yes, totally. Well, FedPost might be for you. Find your match on FedPost. FedPost, the dating app that glows.
Tonight on PNG Weekly, an interview with Senator Ted Cruz. We take a look at the week's top stories, and we address the youth in our Dear Groypers segment. Now, PNG Weekly! Welcome to the show, everyone. Let's dive into the news. Our first story. A new trove of Epstein emails have been released by House Democrats and have led to a few new shocking discoveries. One fun fact was found. Jeffrey Epstein and President Trump shared Thanksgiving dinner in 2017 during the president's first term in office. The president is known for having some eclectic guests around the holidays. Kanye and Nick, Sly Stallone, Elon Musk. Everyone is speculating on who he will dine with this year. Many are vying for the coveted invite. Could any of these stunning vixens be among them? But here at P&G Weekly, we have been doing our own research, and here are our best guesses at Trump's Thanksgiving guest list, 2025 edition. First up, convicted sexual abuser Bill Cosby. Alleged murderer Luigi Mangione. Convicted rapist Harvey Weinstein. Child pornography producer R. Kelly. DUI murderer, former WE superstar Sonny Tammy Lynn Sitch. Sex trafficker, Sean P. Diddy Combs. Rapist, Danny Masterson. Joe Exotic. Murderer, Suge Knight. Child pornography aficionado, Jared Fogle. And probably Rudy Giuliani. He looks pretty fun at parties. Also mentioned in the Epstein file release is an email exchange between what is believed to be Epstein and his brother, where his brother asks if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. This started out as speculation that Bubba was former President Bill Clinton, until it was recently discovered that Ghislaine Maxwell had a horse named Bubba as well. But Jeffrey's brother Mark Epstein claims that Bubba is not the president, but a third private individual, which leads more credence to the horse theory. This issue is related to white penises. We again call on Candace Owens, the Penis Inspector General, to please take this case for America. The Mexican youth revolts against the Mexican president and its government, who pretends they cannot do anything to protect its people from the cartels. Well, Gen Z has had it, and this does seem to reflect a similar vibe in other countries as well. The younger generation is just not going to allow corruption to continue on as it has in generations prior. This younger generation can seemingly sniff out the problem with greater ease than previous generations, using symbols that resonate with today's youth to rebel against their corrupt government. This makes January 6th look like toddlers playing patty cake in comparison. Is Barron Trump a secret groyper? President Trump refused to denounce Tucker and Nick for the Tucker cost, and instead told reporters that people can make up their own minds. Some online suspect that the president may have gotten the call, but the call was coming from inside the House, and it was coming from his own son. Barron may have saved the big man from himself. The Epstein Files release. The House voted to release the Epstein Files with only one dissenting vote cast by Israel First Representative Clay Higgins, who has now been promoted to #1 House Goy. The bill quickly moved into the Senate, where it was passed, to the dismay of House Speaker Where's Waldo. As with all matters dealing with justice and the elites that rule over us, arrests can be expected in, you guessed it, 2 more weeks. Stay tuned, folks. Senator Ted Cruz is joining us next to tell us about his 2028 presidential bid. Hooray! This next segment brought to you by Coom Meetings. Coom meetings, because no one can see what happens from the waist down. And now joining us to tell us about his upcoming 2028 presidential bid, U.S. Senator from Texas, Ted Cruz. Senator Cruz, thank you for joining us. Tell me, why did you decide to announce your presidential intentions now instead of, say, after the midterms?
Well, thank you for having me on to talk a little bit about the great nation of Israel and how we can be better partners as Americans. Anti-Semitism is on the rise in the U.S., and I am running for president to put an end to it once and for all. So I am announcing my bid now to get these internet Nazis and anti-Semites on the run and let them know that a new sheriff is in town and we are not going to put up with their tomfoolery.
Oh, yes, that is an issue that some people are concerned about for sure. Are there any other big campaign issues that you want to talk about tonight?
Well, no, not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay, then, moving on. You've been a vocal critic of Tucker Carlson since your interview with him earlier in the year, and more so recently since he hosted Nick the Knife. Do you think you could win the presidency without that segment of voters who enjoy Tucker's message more than yours?
What voters? Nazis? I don't need the Nazi vote, no. I will call upon all the Christian Zionists, the Judeo-Christians, all true Americans far and wide. I call on the Republican Jewish Coalition, the American Jewish Congress, the American Jewish Committee, AIPAC, NORPAC, the ADL. With these brave patriots beside me, nothing can stand in the way of the glory of Israel or the United States. I urge all of you to come out and vote for me, Ted Cruz, for the President of Israel. The United States of Jerusalem, America. By these words, I invoke thy dark master and call him forth. Sorry. I get really pumped up when I'm talking about America like that. Let's get real patriotic.
Wow, yeah, that seems a little creepy, but yeah, I guess that is quite a coalition you got there. Senator, I happen to have this app that can track in real time the amount of funding that you're receiving from Israel lobbyists. And I have to say, it's going off the charts right now. Here, let me try to pull it up on the screen.
Oh, is that so? That sounds like plain old anti-Semitism, Sonny. My funding comes to me in many ways, AIPAC and others. I'm not sure what you are trying to insinuate. Do you think that every time I say something positive about Israel that I get money? That is the most blood libelous thing I have ever heard. I love Israel. I love the Jewish people. And I would kill 1 million Americans to save one Jewish life. Shit. Cut. Edit that out. I got a little overzealous at the end there.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Last question, Senator. With the growing sentiment online against Israel from both the right and the left, do you think that the Israel lobbyists should have to register with FARA as a foreign agent like every other foreign nation in the world?
Anti-Semite, anti-Semite, anti-Semite. This is crazy talk. Does Israel not have a right to exist? This is the most vile and insidious thing I've ever heard proposed. To even think I would support such hateful legislation. Good day, you Nazi son of a bitch.
All right, Senator Ted Cruz, everyone. We wish him well. Coming up next, my turn to appeal to the youth in Dear Groypers. Stay with us.
Okay, just read this right here then. Okay. Hi, this is Kenny Fremont, starting center for your logo T Blue Devils, and I'm here to tell you all about full body test. You an old man and you need some more energy in your life? Well, try this then. Full body test, now made with 90% bull semen. What the fuck? Are you serious right now? You motherfuckers are taking this?
Full body test. Available now.
Now time for our final segment where we try to appeal to the youth. Dear Groypers, I'm begging you. As an old millennial, I feel it is my duty to say, we're sorry. We didn't have enough information to know better. We should have fought the boomers harder. We should have demanded a seat at the table. We didn't show up when it mattered. Some of us are here now with children of our own, and we want to help make it better. So let's take it back and give our future generations the childhoods they deserve. America fucking first, bitches. This has been P&G Weekly. We'll see you next time. Peace.